Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. In recognition of the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, Croatia's Gender Equality Ombudsman, Višnja Ljubicic, appealed for the urgent ratification of the Convention on Preventing and Combating Violence Against Women and Domestic Violence, better known as the Istanbul Convention. She pointed out that this year alone, police recorded 10,000 cases of domestic violence, in which 16 women were killed. Ljubicic expressed dismay that the convention has been widely misinterpreted. The president of the largest opposition party, Davor Bernardic of the SDP, also called upon the government to ratify the Istanbul Convention.
It begins as a simple domestic dispute, then escalates to a slap, a punch, and finally a bullet to the head. We have to finally bring an end to this cowardly behavior and call upon the government to not waste another second. The statistics from last year are alarming. Violence is up by more than 50%. We can only bring an end to this with a set of laws and regulations and compel the responsible institutions to do their jobs.
Meanwhile, President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović released a statement in support of the convention, saying the relevant provisions should be enforced despite the fact that it has not yet been ratified. A major fire destroyed a candle factory early this morning in the town of Otočac. No one was hurt in the blaze as the factory was not operating at the time. 50 firefighters were deployed to the scene, although they could do little to save the building from total destruction. The factory, which was recently renovated, will now see nearly 60 people lose their jobs. The cause of the fire is unknown.
The biggest problem we faced was due to the massive quantities of paraffin used in making the candles. This caused major problems for firefighters who arrived on the scene at 4:20 in the morning. Our local team from around Otočac was helped by other cities and municipalities in the area.
Varaždin County has secured €6 million from the Ministry of Education for educational projects and a brand new horticultural center. A deal was struck on Friday between County Prefect Radimir Čačić and Deputy Prime Minister Predrag Štromar and Education Minister Blaženka Divjak.
I'm always happy when things move in the right direction. I can't say things are perfect, but we are definitely moving in the right direction.
Dr. Franjo Tuđman Croatian Defense Academy in Zagreb opened their doors to the public. Aside from presenting their regular military leadership and engineering programs, a new naval program in the coastal city of Split was also unveiled. Students were given the opportunity to handle weapons and sit behind the wheel of armored vehicles. Every year, more and more students express interest in studying at the academy.
Once they complete their studies, they automatically become lieutenants or commissioned officers, and they have guaranteed jobs anywhere in the country. I must say that the first 3 weeks were the most difficult because you have to make the switch from civilian to military life, but afterwards you just get used to it.
A local food fair was held in the Slavonian village of Karanac. Delicacies included a range of traditionally cured meats, winter preserves, and spices. This year featured a competition to see who makes the best pork crackling.
There's really no secret to it. Crackling is made simply by mixing pieces of fat and water over an open fire. Yes, you have to make sure the fat doesn't burn, but there's no secret to it. It's a good sign that we're all here doing things the right way, because it's the quality of our products that attracts people and draws in the crowds.
Taking a quick look at sports, in the 17th round of the Domestic Football League, Hajduk and Osijek tied 1-1 this evening in Split. This was the first home game for new head coach Željko Kopić since taking over the storied club earlier this month. Meanwhile, Slaven Belupo beat Istra 1961 2-0 earlier today, and in yesterday's score, Inter and Lokomotiva tied 1-1. In basketball, in qualifications for the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup, Croatia lost last night to the Netherlands 68-61 in their first game in Group D. Željko Šakić led the way with 24 points. Croatia was playing with a significantly weakened roster, as more than a dozen top players were unavailable due to obligations with their professional clubs. Their next game is in Zagreb against Italy tomorrow night at 6 p.m.
We had a few layups that we didn't convert on, but the game is behind us now and we have to move on. I think our offense was sluggish the entire game. At the same time, we have to keep in mind that we had to incorporate 12 new players onto the team.
And in EBEL hockey, Zagreb's Medveščak defeated Hungarian side Fehérvár 4-0 in an away game on Friday evening. Medveščak is currently ranked 5th in the 12-team league with 33 points. The Bears host the third-ranked Linz Black Wings tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. The weather forecast for tomorrow calls for early morning showers to develop into snow in higher elevations, as Gorski Kotar and Lika can expect between 5 and 15 centimeters. Parts of the interior and the northern Adriatic will get rain showers in the first half of the day, while Dalmatia can expect heavier downpours in the afternoon. The northern Adriatic will get a strong to gale force northeasterly, especially near the Velebit Channel, while the rest of the country will see a moderate to strong southeasterly that will gradually switch to a northeasterly. Morning temperatures will be the warmest part of the day for the majority of the country, with highs of between 4 and 9 degrees in the interior and between 10 and 16 on the coast. Daytime highs will be between -1 and 4 degrees Celsius in the interior and also noticeably cooler on the coast. The continent can expect cool temperatures on Monday and even lower on Tuesday. The 3-day forecast for the Adriatic coast will continue to be windy. Monday will get a strong to gale force northeasterly that will die down slightly on Tuesday. Clear skies will be replaced with clouds and rain by the middle of next week. And that brings us to the end of our program. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow night.